Hello there, traders. For today's analysis, I decided to cover Australian dollar versus US dollar, and we'll speak about the USD Japanese yen. And I can also touch the gold market as well. So I'll start with Australian dollar versus US dollar first. What I found here is basically one pretty interesting idea from my perspective for the upside. Basically, there was 2 days of the downside trending mode on the Australian dollar. And basically to this morning I found price basically sold off during the Tokyo session, and basically we got back into the previous day range during the Europe session. So that's basically kind of telling me that we got that sellers actually lost their interest, and they lost their money flow. So basically the buyers is taking right now. I see the very tight small bar here and breakout at the upside. So it's looking like a pretty good condition for the rally towards the previous day high, at least today, towards the 0.7364, and even a potential for the much bigger rally into the next few days. I'll also show you that on the market profile using the InstaForex MT4 platform. If you check here, you see this is the call. This rectangle here is called value, where the 68% of trading activity is happening, right? Or happened. So basically the price looked below the previous week low, but the point of control stayed in the middle, so didn't migrate lower. This is for me basically a sign that sellers lost their interest pretty hard, and that buyers are taking control right now. So I really expect, this was the previous week profile and the previous week value and the point of control. There's a tons of potential the price to at least go towards the previous day high and the previous point of control. So there is at least 25 pips potential, but if you watch like a weekly potential targets, it can be up to the 0.7380, 0.7390, and 0.7400 even for this week. So definitely I like this upside opportunity here. I guess this idea will be invalid if the price will take the early morning low at 0.7315. And the next one is USD Japanese yen. I basically found exhaustion on the upper Keltner on the 30-minute time frame. This is very classic stuff. When they start basically to overlap the candles like this and literally like drift on the extreme like this, it's usually the result is that we will have a sell-off like this. And obviously we already started at sell-off, so this is also potential play for reversion to the mean, and at least for the price to revisit the previous swing highs around 110.35, 36. Who knows? Maybe even there is a bigger potential, but we need to see how the price will behave around this stage. If we see more buyers, then price can still have a good a rally from here. But based on this last few hours price action, the price action in the last few hours, I can see basically there is a big exhaustion, and the sell-off is like result of that. So meaning that the basically sellers spotted this opportunity and they start to anticipate this exhaustion, which is pretty much negative for now. And who knows? Maybe they will try to revisit. Maybe with this. You see the cluster of the lows here. Very common, very matching low. So probably this maybe even will be like something like this. Let's just hypothetically, something like this. And there is also one thing that we can do, like a measured move from previous swing high towards this high, and then project that towards this low, major low. So that in case of some downside movement, then price can go all the way down there. So tons of potential, but at least, reversion to the mean to retest some previous swing highs, and then see the price action around there and see if there is no buyers to react there, then price can still go down. And finally, I want to speak about the gold. Gold is basically a post-climax effect. I call this a post-climax effect. It's pretty much in the consolidation. Yesterday close of the day was pretty much off the low, which is confirming there is a tons of buyers probably from yesterday. But if you check the price action for today, nothing that constructive. We got just like, there's a small drift right now, but again, it's just a very noisy environment, and still the US session is primary session for the gold. Most recently we broke this very controlled channel. We got some downside move, but now we lost some selling power, and now buyers trying to react. Nothing that huge on this one, not a huge opportunity, but just watch. Maybe we'll have one extra day of consolidation. So definitely major high, major pivot is around 1757. As long as we don't take that, we can still have some downside movement. But if we take that pivot and continue more higher, we can have we have potential for the bigger rally. For now, it's just a sidewaying and slowing down on the downside tempo, and we'll see what will happen in the next period. That'll be all for today, guys. I hope that you did enjoy, and see you all tomorrow.